Xenagogue Online. Welcome, Guardian. Today we will be looking at the 1320 Legend Lost Sector, the empty tank. Recommended power level, 1320. Champions present, Overload and Barrier. Burn present, 50% bonus damage to all solar damage. Shield elements present, Arc. Modifiers present. Locked Loadout. Match game. Mismatching elemental weapons versus enemy shields will considerably lower your damage. Extra shields. Enemy shields are increased from base amounts. Limited revives. Limited fireteam revives. Gain additional revives by defeating champions. Arach-NO. Vandals will drop a web mine upon death. Number of champions within the Lost Sector. Overload 2. Barrier 3. Advised Loadout. Kinetic Slot. We advise you to use a bow for your Overload champion stunning and long-range damage. Due to the burn of the Lost Sector being solar, there are no reliably nor easily acquired solar bows. Energy Slot. We advise you to use the solar auto rifle for barrier champion stunning and mid to close range damage. There are 2 readily available solar auto rifles to use, Mellow and Arctic Haze. If you opt for an exotic for your energy slot, we advise using Hardline with its innate elemental switching ability. Heavy Slot. We advise you to use any high burst damage with heavy weapon of your choice. If you have opted for a legendary for your energy slot, then we will recommend using the Sleeper Simulant, as it benefits from particle deconstruction and solar burn. If you have opted to use an exotic for your energy slot, we recommend using Ascendancy. Loadout using gameplay. Biting Winds, Bow, with quick draw and snapshot sights for Overload champion stunning and long range damage. Mellow, auto rifle, with Outlaw and Frenzy for barrier champion stunning and mid to close range damage. Sleeper Simulant, exotic linear fusion rifle for high single target damage. Your first champion will be immediately after you spawn to the left down the stairs, an Overload champion. Engage and stun the champion immediately, as it will push your position if you do not. Your second champion is just past the door that the first champion was at, in the back of the large room, a barrier champion. This is a servitor barrier champion, so it will project an immunity barrier to nearby allies until stunned. Proceed to eliminate any rank and file enemies that are not under the influence of the servitor's immunity barrier. Stay next to the door you entered, so if you need to make a recovery retreat, it will be easy to do so. Once as many rank and file enemies are eliminated, proceed to engage and eliminate the champion. More enemies will be spawning after the barrier champion is defeated. There will be the only arc-shielded enemy when you open the door to the next hallway, the Major Class Captain. Use your heavy to dispatch the arc shields and proceed to eliminate. Your third champion will be in the main boss room, after defeating 2 Vandals and a War Beast, coming from the left darkness doorway, an Overload champion. Eliminate the rank and file enemies with haste, by using the exploding shanks to clear them out. Once all rank and file enemies are eliminated, engage the Overload champion. Your fourth champion will come from the right darkness doorway, accompanied by a few rank and file and a major class war beast, a barrier champion. Stay behind a barrier while eliminating the war beast, as the champion will engage you with a wide area of attack from his heavy weapon. Once cleared, engage and eliminate the champion. At this time, the barrier shielding the boss, of whom which is surrounded by a high concentration of rank and file enemies, and your 5th champion will come down. We advise you to use your super at this time, as it will deal damage to any enemy that is being shielded by the server barrier champion. If you are unable to completely eliminate all enemies there, stay next to the barriers within the level and stay out of range of engagements of the enemies at the top of the stairs. Be patient and keep to the far end of the room to give yourself enough breathing room. Once again, deaths do happen. It is completely up to your choice on whether to engage the boss or the champion, as the boss will cloak and rush your position, but eliminating the boss will spawn more enemies that the champion will immediately shield. We recommend eliminating the champion first, so that issue is resolved before it happens. This concludes the guide for the 1320 Legend Law Sector, the empty tank. Burn those rogue fallen to ash with your solar light. Xenagogue, offline.